In a world drowned in chatter and clamor, silence speaks louder than 1,000 voices. You poured out your prayers in the darkness, when no human ear could hear your whispers. You bore your trials in solitude, when no one witnessed the weight on your shoulders. And now, as Allah lifts you to heights you once only dreamed of, the same voices that cheered your smallest steps have gone eerily quiet. But this stillness isn't a sign of apathy. It's a mirror reflecting their unrest. Your unwavering faith became their reminder of everything they never dared to achieve. Your peaceful confidence unsettles their doubts. Your radiant progress exposes their own regrets. Their silence isn't peace. It's proof. Proof of envy. Proof of hidden discomfort. Proof that the blessings Allah bestowed upon you have cast light into their shadows. So listen closely to this hush, because it carries a truth more profound than any applause ever could. 1. When Allah chooses you, some hearts will reject you. When Allah bestows a special blessing upon you, it's like a gentle sunrise breaking through the darkest clouds. Beautiful, transformative, and impossible to ignore. Yet as your spirit brightens and your life begins to reflect that divine light, not everyone will celebrate alongside you. In fact, some people's reaction will be complete silence. Why? Because your growth acts like a mirror, revealing the parts of themselves they've tried so hard to hide. They see your unwavering patience in times of trial, the calm serenity you display when life spins out of control, and the steady rise of your achievements. Deep down, these reflections stir up buried feelings of regret, envy, or self-doubt. Instead of feeling inspired, their hearts constrict and their words vanish. They may stop calling, stop congratulating you, or even pretend you don't exist at all. But this rejection isn't a sign of your failure or a flaw in your character. You weren't put on this path to earn everyone's approval. You were guided by Allah to carry His light into the world. And just as the sun shines without apology, igniting life and growth, so must you shine, even if it momentarily blinds those still lingering in their own shadows. By embracing your divine purpose and remaining steadfast in gratitude, you demonstrate that Allah's love and favor transcend human judgment, and that true elevation is a gift, not a popularity contest. 2. Jealousy hides behind silence. Silence can be more powerful than any harsh word, especially when it comes from someone who once cheered for you. In their quiet withdrawal, there lies a hidden sting: jealousy. You might notice they no longer respond to your messages, offer congratulations on your achievements, or even acknowledge your presence in the room. It feels as though you've become invisible, and that invisibility is not accidental. It's a shield for their wounded pride. When they see you flourish, their own unfulfilled dreams and untaken paths come rushing back. And instead of turning inward to grow, they turn away. In Islamic teachings, we learn that the heart's condition is more telling than its outward actions. So a closed tongue often signals a closed heart. Their silence whispers, "I wish I were you." But spoken words never escape, because admitting envy would force them to confront their own shortcomings. Rather than celebrating Allah's blessings bestowed upon you, they swallow their praise, hoping the world forgets your rise. But remember, every moment of their quiet recoil confirms the truth of your prosperity. Allah's gifts are so bright that they reveal hidden insecurities. Silence is simply the echo of their inner turmoil. Stay grateful, keep speaking your truth through your deeds, and let their silence serve as a reminder that your success is undeniable. 3. Your growth triggers their insecurities. As you rise, day by day, mastering your prayers, refining your character, and walking confidently on the path Allah has laid before you, something unexpected happens around you. The quiet distance grows. Your success, your newfound strength, becomes a mirror reflecting what others have neglected in themselves. They remember the goals they abandoned, the doubts they indulged, and the habits they never conquered. Instead of finding inspiration in your journey, their hearts shrink with discomfort and their tongues fall silent. This silence isn't a sign of respect or humility. It's a shield against their own insecurities. When they watch you harness discipline to wake before dawn for worship, build consistency in your work, or speak truth with gentle confidence, they're reminded of every moment they chose comfort over growth. And rather than turn that sting into motivation, they turn away, because admitting admiration would force them to face the gap between who they are and who they could be. In Islam, we learn that true growth shines like a beacon. It warms the sincere and exposes the hesitant. Your light doesn't dim in response to their retreat. It only shines brighter, proving that your elevation isn't about outpacing others, but about fulfilling the potential Allah has placed within you. So continue to nurture your progress. Each step forward is a testament to Allah's mercy, and every silent observer is simply witnessing a transformation they're not yet ready to embrace. 4. Not everyone can handle your glow. When Allah illuminates your life with His blessings, it's as if He has turned on a brilliant spotlight, revealing every shade of your growth and every hue of His mercy. Your light becomes impossible to ignore. It shows in your confident posture, the clarity in your decisions, and the sincere warmth of your smile. But just as the glare of the sun can be harsh on unprotected eyes, your glow can be too intense for some people to bear. They were once accustomed to the you who doubted, who stumbled, who sought their encouragement and validation. In those moments of struggle, you were like them, vulnerable, relatable, and within their comfort zone. They may even have felt purpose in supporting you through hard times because it gave them a sense of importance or connection. Yet now that you've risen above your former limitations, they find themselves lost. Their old roles, mentor, confidant, or pillar of support, no longer fit. Instead of celebrating your transformation, they shrink back into the shadows, unable to reconcile the person you have become with the version of you they once knew. Your new light doesn't only reflect your own success, it casts into sharp relief the areas where others haven't grown. It highlights the promises they made to themselves but didn't keep, the prayers they whispered but didn't follow through on, and the potential they talked about but never actualized. When they witness you waking up before dawn to recite Quran, consistently giving charity, or speaking truth with unwavering integrity, they feel an unsettling mixture of inspiration and inadequacy. Rather than allowing that feeling to motivate them toward change, they choose another path. They retreat into silence, hoping to preserve the illusion that nothing has changed. After all, if they acknowledge your growth, they must also confront their own stagnation, and that can be a painful admission. Islam teaches us that the heart is a garden, and good actions are like seeds that blossom into fragrant flowers of faith. Your spiritual progress is a living testament to the fertile soil of your heart and the nourishing rain of Allah's guidance. But in contrast, some hearts remain barren from neglect. They are neither watered by knowledge nor warmed by sincere worship. When they stand next to your flourishing garden, they feel the cold emptiness of their own pride and the choking weeds of unmet goals. Their silence, then, becomes a self-preserving strategy. By refusing to speak of your achievement, they try to shield themselves from the reminder of what they have yet to cultivate within their own souls. It's also important to remember that not every person in your life was meant to accompany you on the journey beyond their own comfort zone. Some relationships are seasonal, existing to guide you through a particular phase before giving way to new connections more aligned with your elevated path. Just as the moon completes its phases, certain friendships and acquaintances complete theirs when your destiny shifts toward greater heights. Their inability to handle your glow simply signals that your paths are diverging, not that your worth has diminished or that Allah's favor has been rescinded. Rather than feeling anger or confusion at their withdrawal, view it through the lens of divine wisdom. Allah is setting the stage for new allies whose hearts are ready to share in the brightness of your vision. When you lean on Him and maintain humility, you attract companions who rejoice in your success, mirror your aspirations, and push you toward even greater excellence. So let their silence be a blessing in disguise, a clearing in your circle that makes room for genuine supporters and kindred spirits. Your glow is a sacred gift, a sign of Allah's mercy and your steadfast devotion. It's not meant to dim itself to accommodate those afraid of the brightness. Rather, it is meant to guide you and anyone courageous enough to walk beside you toward the path of truth and purpose. Embrace your illumination with gratitude, knowing that every flicker of envy or silence you encounter only confirms the authenticity of your rise. Keep shining, for Allah did not place your light in you to be hidden, but to be shared, inspiring others to seek their own spark of divine guidance. 5. They were never with you, only around you. In life's journey, companionship is more than proximity. It's shared purpose and mutual growth. Yet when your heart and actions begin to align with Allah's plan, you'll discover a poignant truth. Not everyone who stood beside you in the crowd was truly by your side in spirit. Some people were only around you, present when it served their comfort, but nowhere to be found when your path led upward. Think back to times of struggle when you felt lost and reached out for support. There were voices lifting you up, hands extended to guide you, and shoulders offered for your tears. In those moments, you were never alone, because they were with you. Their presence wasn't transactional. It was rooted in empathy, compassion, and the shared desire to see you heal and grow. But now that you've emerged from hardship, stronger, wiser, and more attuned to Allah's mercy, those same people may vanish from your horizon. They stop answering your calls, their messages go unanswered, and the invitations to join gatherings fade. This vanishing act isn't merely oversight, it's a silent declaration that your evolution has left them behind. In Islam, true companionship is tested in prosperity as much as in adversity. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The best of companions is he who benefits you, and the worst of companions is he who makes you a trial." When you embody grace under pressure, humility in success, and devotion in every moment, you reveal whether the people around you are genuine allies or fair-weather friends. Their disappearance often stems from discomfort. They watched you navigate storms, feeling useful as they offered prayers, advice, or just a listening ear. But now, your triumphs confirm what they feared, that your strength no longer depended on their presence. Perhaps they feared comparison, perhaps they envied the ease now evident in your steps, or perhaps their own insecurities whispered, "If they can succeed, why am I still stagnant?" Instead of turning those fears into self-improvement, they chose withdrawal, preserving the illusion that you still needed them. This truth can sting, but it holds a deeper wisdom. Allah often prunes our relationships to make space for new bonds aligned with our elevated purpose. Just as a gardener trims overgrown branches so the whole plant can flourish, divine wisdom trims connections that inhibit your growth. Their absence isn't punishment. It's an invitation to seek company that mirrors your devotion, upholds your values, and celebrates your light without reservation. Embrace this season of solitude not as loneliness, but as purification. In solitude, you draw closer to Allah without distraction. In reflection, you refine your character. In self-reliance, you cultivate the resilience that true success demands. As you deepen your own connection with the divine, you become a magnet for those whose hearts resonate with sincerity and faith, companions who will walk beside you on both sandy plains and rugged mountains. Remember, the landscape of our lives shifts with every blessing. The people meant to stay will adapt. They'll learn to rejoice in your courage, learn to praise Allah's mercy through your story, and learn to support your next chapter. Those meant to part ways will fade quietly, their silence a reminder that authenticity cannot be faked. So when you feel the absence of old friends, turn your heart toward gratitude. Thank Allah for the seasons they shared with you and the lessons their leaving imparts. Renew your intention to worship Him alone and to surround yourself with souls committed to goodness. Let their absence clear the path for true companionship. People who won't just stand around you, but who will stand with you in faith, love, and mutual upliftment. By recognizing who was with you versus who was merely around you, you align more closely with Allah's plan, deepen your reliance on Him, and prepare the ground for relationships that glorify His name. In this clarity, your heart finds peace, knowing that every step forward is under the protection of the One who never leaves you alone. 6. Your success is a test for them too. When Allah elevates you with blessings, whether it's new opportunities, deeper faith, or tangible achievements, He isn't only rewarding your efforts, He's also testing the hearts of those around you. Just as trials of hardship reveal resilience and reliance on the divine, trials of triumph uncover sincerity and generosity in others. Your rise becomes a living exam paper, and their reactions are the answers that expose the condition of their iman, faith. Imagine two friends witnessing your success. One says sincerely, "MashaAllah, I'm so happy to see you flourish." Their words are heartfelt, their prayers genuine, and their joy mirrors the gratitude they feel for Allah's mercy. The other remains unmoved, no applause, no dua, supplication, just a curt nod or complete silence. Their quiet withdrawal isn't mere indifference. It signals a heart weighed down by envy, unable to rejoice in Allah's gift to you. Islam teaches us that every action has an intention, niyyah, and our blessings should inspire gratitude and generosity, not selfishness. When your neighbor basks in the warmth of your glow and offers you prayers, they demonstrate humility and recognition that all success comes from Allah alone. When someone hides their tongue in jealousy, however, they betray an ego that resents seeing another favored by the most merciful. Moreover, your success challenges them to examine their own journeys. It asks, have I been consistent in my worship? Have I persevered through trials with patience? Have I used the talents Allah gave me to their fullest? For some, this introspection sparks renewal and motivates them to chase their own potential. For others, it stings too sharply, so they choose denial over self-reflection, convincing themselves that your blessings are unfair or unearned. This test isn't a punishment for those who falter, it's an opportunity. Allah's wisdom in granting you success creates a moment for every onlooker to either purify their heart with sincere applause or to be admonished and strive for better. When they bite their tongue, they reveal that their focus has shifted from worshipping Allah to wrestling with envy. And that struggle, if left unchecked, can erode faith far deeper than any worldly hardship. So, when you feel the weight of unspoken words or sense averted gazes, resist the urge to internalize rejection. Recognize instead that you are witnessing a divine assessment of character. Your role is not to coax their praise, but to continue walking humbly under Allah's grace. Pray for those whose hearts waver, remembering that sincere dua from a loving heart can transform envy into inspiration. Let this truth anchor you. Your success is not defined by the applause of men, but by the pleasure of your Lord. Every silent observer, every reluctant congratulations, only confirms that your rise is genuine and that Allah's favor upon you is real. Keep striving, keep thanking, and keep uplifting others through your example. In doing so, you pass both your own tests and become a means of guidance for those still finding their way. 7. Stay humble, but never dim your light. When Allah elevates you to heights you once only dreamed of, there's a natural temptation to shrink back, to soften your voice, downplay your achievements, and blend into the background so that no one else feels uncomfortable. Yet dimming your light is not humility, it is a disservice to the blessings Allah has entrusted to you. True humility in Islam is not hiding your success, but recognizing that every gift, from your talents to your triumphs, originates solely from the most merciful. When you shine, you reflect His mercy and guidance. The goal, then, is not to throttle your glow, but to channel it in a way that uplifts others and glorifies the one who bestowed it upon you. First, understand that your success is a trust, amanah. Allah reminds us in the Quran, and whatever you have of favor, it is from Allah. An-Nahl 16:53. Your gifts, whether spiritual insight, professional accomplishment, or personal growth, are loans from the divine. Hiding them out of fear of others' envy only seals off a path by which those blessings might multiply. Instead, by openly living in gratitude, acknowledging Allah in your speech, using your position to serve, and remaining grounded in prayer, you honor that trust. Your light becomes a beacon, guiding others toward hope, motivation, and the remembrance of their own potential under Allah's favor. Second, let your character be the vessel for your light. When people see success, they often expect arrogance, boastfulness, or indifference. But you can shatter those expectations by coupling achievement with compassion. Visit the sick. Volunteer your knowledge. Share practical advice with those climbing their own mountains. Speak softly about your breakthroughs, focusing less on the I and more on the by Allah's grace and with His help. In doing so, you redefine what it means to be elevated, not distant or untouchable, but warm, generous, and accessible. Third, cultivate an attitude of continuous gratitude and reflection. Every morning, thank Allah for opening your eyes, for the sustenance you have, and for the strength to use your gifts wisely. Every evening, reflect on moments where your walk matched your words or where you fell short. Gratitude keeps you humble. Reflection keeps you honest. With these practices, you avoid the trap of arrogance that so often shadows success. Your light remains vibrant, and it never burdens those around you with envy because they see it grounded in sincerity and devotion. Fourth, remember that true elevation is measured by impact, not image. In today's world, visibility can be mistaken for value. Likes, shares, and applause can fool us into believing we've arrived. But the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that the best people are those most beneficial to others. When your success translates into tangible good, mentoring the next generation, supporting charitable causes, fostering environments of learning, you secure a legacy that far outshines any fleeting praise. Your light then becomes a lasting source of warmth, illuminating paths for countless travelers on the road to success. Fifth, hold fast to sincere companionship. As your circle evolves, seek out hearts that not only celebrate your victories, but also challenge you to grow. A true friend will say, "MashaAllah," when you win, and "Have you considered this?" when you rest. They will remind you of your humble beginnings, anchor you in truth, and spur you toward excellence. By surrounding yourself with these souls, you reinforce a cycle of light. Your glow inspires them, and their sincerity amplifies yours. Embrace the paradox of humility and confidence. In Islam, humility is not self-effacement, it's self-awareness. It's knowing that without Allah, you are nothing, and with Him, you can achieve anything. Stand tall in that knowledge. Let your posture, your tone, and your actions radiate assurance in the divine plan. When people witness your calm certainty, they won't feel threatened by your light. They'll feel drawn toward it, eager to learn how to cultivate their own glow under Allah's guidance. So do not dim your light out of fear or false modesty. Let it shine, bright, steady, and unwavering, because every ray is a testament to Allah's infinite mercy and your dedication to His path. Stay humble by remembering the source of all blessings. Stay grounded by serving others and seeking sincere companionship. And keep shining, for your light is not yours alone. It is a spark meant to ignite hope, growth, and unwavering faith in every heart it touches.